When Kāmore High School student Mia Dunn took her own life at just 14 years old, her family not only lost their loving daughter, she also became part of an alarming statistic. A recent report found 60% of people aged 10 to 14 who killed themselves between 2012 and 2016 were Māori. And the trend continues. Last year there was yet another spate of youth suicides in Whangarei, and a Gisborne-based community organisation says last year was their worst ever for Māori suicides there. Te Manu Korehi report that Te Aniwa Huri Hanganui has more.
Mia Dunn from Whangarei took her own life in 2012, just 2 weeks after her boyfriend Colin had also committed suicide. They were both 14 years old. Her dad, Brendan Dunn, says Mia was a quiet girl, but grounded and strong. He says she was just an ordinary teenager.
She seemed to be a little bit wiser than her peers, I don't know, she just, maybe because she was just so quiet and didn't really talk as much as the others, and she was into sports, netball and all that, music, and she's one of those girls who loves doing her hair and straightening her hair, and she was just an all-round really nice girl, I don't ever remember hearing a swear word coming out of her mouth, to be honest.
Mr Dunn says he never suspected his daughter would take her own life. He says not enough young people know where or how to get help when they need it.
They isolate themselves in their own minds. They just don't know where to go. And if they do know where to go, I think they feel ashamed or embarrassed or undervalued. We need to educate the adults on how to approach children and approach teenagers with a bit more empathy maybe in their time and age. I think we need more understanding about what our teenagers are going through in this era.
A report by the Child and Youth Mortality Review Committee found 20 Māori youths aged between 10 and 14 took their own lives from 2012 to 2016. Ngāti for Life Trust Suicide Support Group in Gisborne deals with predominantly Māori whānau. Manager Tūta Ngārimu says Māori youth suicide in the community is at an unprecedented rate.
We had a bad year last year. In one part there we were losing one every 2 weeks. Our worst weekend was we had a mother, a father, their 14-year-old daughter, two 15-year-old girls. We had them all on suicide watch over that weekend. So that means we had someone with them 24/7.
Mr Ngārimu says many parents who have lost their kids to suicide struggled to talk to them about their issues.
Though they loved their kids, the more they tried to talk to their kids themselves, the more their kids closed them down. So they thought the next best thing was, I've got to just step back and give them their space. I think it's that crucial time there when you decide to step back. You seriously need to think about who can jump in that space.
Māori tend to be younger when they commit suicide compared to their Pākehā counterparts. Māori suicide deaths peak between 16 to 20 years old. For New Zealand Europeans, the peak is at 20. Hayley Grace Hollis from Gisborne lost her 4 siblings, Shane, Anahira, Fianza and LJ, to suicide in the last 10 years.
Our brother, he was only 18. And then 8 months later we lost our sister and she was 19. And then in 2015 we lost another brother and he was just shy of his 30th birthday. 9 months later we lost another sister, just had her 21st birthday.
Hayley wrote a song after her second brother took his life in 2015. She wanted her family and friends to never feel alone again. One of her brothers had sought help before his death, but she says it wasn't enough.
He was part of the mental health system, but unfortunately that was not really any help, and I don't think he got the help that he needed. He was just provided pills. I know it works in some cases, but in most, to me, it doesn't. The pills ain't the way, and for his case, that wasn't the way either.
Following the 4 deaths, her whānau meet once every 2 weeks to reconnect and talk about life.
We have at least 2 hours together of bonding time and learning waiata from where we come from. It also gives us time to just talk to each other and see how everyone's been. And yeah, we're sort of making time for each other now, and It hasn't brought us more closer together.
Brendan Dunn says it's important parents ensure their kids feel valued.
Connect with your kids, not over Facebook. Turn your devices off and go out and go for a hike. Smell the air, go to the beach, to other Māori families, to other fathers and that. Lead by example. Give up the drugs, give up the alcohol. Better yourself for your kids and connect with them, make them feel valued.
The Child and Youth Mortality Review Committee will undertake a rangatahi suicide report over the next 18 months to highlight more effective strategies to reduce suicide rates. Mo te hōtaka o te ahi pōnei, ko te aniwa, hurihanga nui aho.